go, Bobby?
How you guys doing? How'd that the last touchdown or what?
The game. How'd that last game feel, man?
It felt good. It did feel good. You guys know we've been through a lot, and it took a lot to be here. So to not have the season that we wanted, this is the best we could have made it. You just got to roll with the punches.
Fresno's offense been putting up some big numbers, and it was pretty evident that they were in a good rhythm to start. So how much pressure was it on you guys on the offense to keep up?
To be honest, not a lot of pressure, because when it comes down to it, the only thing you have to focus on is doing your job. I have a lot of faith in our defense, especially in the back end of the season. They've been showing out and doing very well. So I know as an offense we didn't feel too much pressure. We kind of simplified the scheme and focus on doing our job.
So Bobby, obviously, great finish for you, great numbers. But honestly, whenever you guys ran that inside friggin' handoff, you were just money. But talk about that offensive line to get you, to help you get that, and just talk about how huge they were for you tonight.
Yeah, no, big credit to them. Big credit to dudes like Kyle Stapley and T-Town, Austin Cook. I don't want to leave anybody out, and I don't want to name everybody as well, but credit to them, because there's some dudes that you want to be led by, Stapley and T-Town, they do everything right, and especially being in a bubble, you have days where you just don't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do it. And seeing those dudes do everything right, it's like, okay, it can be done, And they just bring a good energy to the table, and I really appreciate those O-line, and they've been working. And they made the job easy for us in the backfield, for the whole running back room. So I appreciate them.
Hey, Bobby, the recruiting part is such a big part. It's a big part of college football, but it kind of falls on you guys now to re-recruit the offensive line guys like Kyle and Teton. They're seniors with options to leave. Do you have to re-recruit these guys, tell them to come back?
That's really on them. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own path. And I look at them as my brothers. I got a lot of love for them. So I'll support them whether they come back or they choose to take on other endeavors in this life,
Well, congratulations on a great game, Bobby.
I appreciate that.
I've watched a lot of running backs over the years. You're big, physical. What are your plans for the future?
We plan on fixing the culture all the way. We kind of showed what we could do these last two games, but how we started the season, that's not the New Mexico Lobos that Coach Gonzalez and the rest of the staff came over here to introduce. We have a lot of pride. We're competitors, and we have a lot of love, especially when Coach G came and implemented. We have a lot of love for the Albuquerque community, and we were honestly embarrassed, because we want to represent Albuquerque. We are not the Las Vegas Lobos. Let me say that first. We want to represent Albuquerque, and we want to bring wins back home to them, and I feel that we portrayed a big kind of what Albuquerque stands for, We kind of take that on as a team because we are hard nosed and we are fighters, naturally, and even though we don't have the biggest dogs in the fight, there's a lot of fight in us, and we could compete with everybody.
Awesome.
So Bobby, obviously you guys have had a carousel of quarterbacks, to say the least. But talk about Isaiah Chavez, and it seemed like you guys were really, just the whole offense was vibing. Talk about the energy he brought. Did you feel it tonight?
I definitely did. He's a young dude, and hats off to him. Because it takes a lot to come in the game. Because anybody could step out on that field and just try to run the offense, but he came out with confidence, and he came out with his chin high, and he came ready to play, and that's easy. It's a lot easier said than done. I know as a freshman, I don't think I could have came out with the sense of confidence that he did tonight, So big hats off to him. I got a lot of respect for that dude, and I'm a walk on as well. I walked into this program as well, so it's even more near and dear to my heart that he came out here and showed out.
Any other questions for Bobby?
Bobby, I got one more for you. These last 2 games, especially, and really the whole season, what do you think the running back group learned about what the running back position is going to mean to the future of the program these next few years and beyond, and how much the running back group has to be successful and step up, to get you guys where you want to go?
Yeah. As a running back room, we had to grow a lot, because going into this season, we didn't have anybody that had a whole lot of experience. Bryson Carroll being the most experienced back in the room. Nate Jones is a freshman, and our coach is new to us, So Coach Somerville, to be specific, he instilled a big you have to step up in us. And we kind of showed, in order to be successful, we have to be able to run the ball efficiently, As an offense, if you want to win games, you have to be able to run the ball efficiently. So, and Coach Somerville helps us with that, and he instills that. Every time I get off to the sideline, I get off, I get in the headphone, and I have to hear Somerville say the same thing, in my ear, and it's something we have to hear. We have to get going. We have to get going, and we have to produce in the backfield.
Appreciate it, man.
One more from me. I know you probably can't say word for word what Coach Gonzalez said to you guys, but can you give us some bullet points of what he said in the locker room after this win?
Yeah, to sum it up, we have to get used to winning, and we have to get used to coming out and starting the fight, and expect to win. In the earlier games of the season, we came out playing not to lose, So I feel like these last 2 weeks we have learned the most in the season, And also we learned a lot from the losses. Appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Bob.
Great game.
Appreciate that.
Great game.
Guys, man.
Have a great one,
Thanks,
guys.
Bobby.